What's up, YouTube? Today I got this 2013 Ford Transit with the 2.0 liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder. I'm going to be showing you how to change this valve cover gasket today because it's been leaking. See all that oil in there? Very common on this engine, plus it has almost 170,000 miles on it. Anyways, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so I can continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to unplug all 4 of these coils. Grab our 8 here. I'm doing a lot of services on this vehicle today. I just did a video on how to replace the engine mount. Yeah, look at all that oil leaking on there. Let me grab some paper towels. I'm going to get this oil all over the car. And we're going to be replacing these coil boots too. Whenever you do this tune-up, you should replace these coil boots, especially when they got oil all over them, because rubber gets stretched and rotted when oil leaks on them. I'm surprised it wasn't misfiring, honestly. Usually when they get that bad, they start misfiring because the coil boots get stretched from the oil and they start arcing. Alright, now you're going to pop up this little grommet, remove your leaves. Pull that grommet up so you can unplug that sensor. Grab a flathead screwdriver. Push in that tab. Retrieve your little weather guard there. Stick it back in your plug because that keeps moisture from getting in there and causing corrosion. Alright. Now, that'd be a pair of needle nose pliers or equivalent. Get these connectors off. It's easier said than done if they don't break first from being so damn brittle. Jesus. Plan B. Sometimes you can take a screwdriver too and pry up underneath them. Yeah, look at that. Boom. The objective here is to get all these wires out of our way. So now we're going to unplug our fuel injectors too. Now, that didn't work so good. Yeah, those are just so brittle because that manifold's right there. So all that heat turns plastic. I mean, like the insulation just crumbling right there. Real good place to run your positive battery wire forward, right above the manifold so it can deteriorate. Trying not to break these connectors, but that's what zip ties are for, y'all. This little purge hose is out of the way here. Unplug your cam sensor. Trying to get just enough of this harness out of the way and hindering me. Alright. This bracket on the back side, I'm going to take that off. That's a 13mm, it looks like. Now this is pretty similar on most of your 4-cylinder Fords and Mazdas. A few differences depending on the wires and what you got to take off, but for the most part this is going to apply to most of your 4-cylinder Ford 2.0 liter engines. Alright. We got one more bracket here we need to get out of our way. It's a 10mm, it looks like. For your fuel lines and purge hose. Alright, now our PCV hose. Not really wanting to come off. Definitely don't want to break it. Usually these pop right off. Not today when I'm doing a video. There we go. Look here. Let's get that out of our way. Just make sure you note the position you took it off on. Alright. Let's kind of dig your way to it, fellers. Alright. Now we're ready to start taking these valve cover bolts out. Grab your 8 again. Don't really matter what pattern you take them off. When putting it back on, we'll go in a crisscross pattern. And of course, this master cylinder's reservoir's in my way. Let's see if I can get around that. Just take the extension off. There we go. All right. My allergies are killing me today. already took that one out. Oh, all these center bolts. Trying to get some of this trash out of here so it doesn't make its way into the engine. Maybe I can find my center bolt. I think there's only two if memory serves me correct. Grab the little flathead screwdriver. Pry up on the corners. Try to fish this bad boy out of here. If I can get a little more slack in this wiring. The name of the game is remove as little as possible. There we go. All right, she's out. Now, got me a nice, good quality Fel Pro gasket set. There. I'm gonna go hit this cover with a little bit of brake cleaner, y'all. Some of that crud out of there. I'm not gonna detail it. And if you want to detail yours, you can. Put it in the dishwasher. Your wife will love you. Good enough. Now flip her over. Your bolts should not fall out. They should stay in place. A couple of rags here. Let's see. All right. Grab me a little pick. Crystallized. Just note the position you pull them out. Now, if you get lucky, you might get them to come out in one piece. Shatter like that. Big old chunk left in there. Make sure you get it all out. Alright. Apologize for any wind noise y'all hear. Gotta be comfortable. As comfortable as I can. It's hot ass heat in Georgia. Alright. This is the most crucial part because sometimes these gaskets are a real B, if you know what I mean. Of course, anything to make me have to bend over. You want to figure the pattern out on this gasket before you go taking it all the way out. Like that. Alright, now before you put it back down, come wipe off the surface of the cylinder head where the sealing surface is going to be. Get it nice and clean. Now, if there's any like debris that won't come off, you can get a razor blade scraper, and for the most part this one's wiping down pretty good. Alright, around the spark plug holes. Leafs out. Oh, great. My freaking coil bolts just fell down in the land of no return. Jesus. Guess I'll be digging one of those bolts up in my bolt drawer. I'm not even going to try to find that. Get some of this oil out of these cylinders. Mr. Sucky over here. Okay, now this RTV right here, just take your little flat blade screwdriver and scrape it off. And they put the timing cover on that glues the RTV, that squeezes up. Alright, this is going to be a 2-for-1 video, y'all. Notice I got spark plugs. That is why I sucked out those cylinders, because whenever I pull these plugs, the rest of that oil is going to go down into the cylinders, and when we start this thing up, it's going to smoke for a minute, which is okay, but the less oil that goes down, the less smoke. Which I got out as much as I could. The rest is just going to drain down into the cylinder. You want all that oil out of there also, because you don't want that oil getting on the new coil boots. Get on there. Dang, that one's tight. Alright. It's all stuck in there sideways. Yeah, that's jammed in there pretty good, so I'll deal with that later. Meanwhile, at the ranch, grab us another socket. That spark plug socket's twisted in there. And it would help if I retrieve the old ones first. Getting ahead of myself. Grab Mr. Magnet here. That box. All right. Now, make sure you put OE plugs back in this thing, Motorcraft. All right. It's always a good time to tune this up when you got that valve cover off, because you got to take the coils off anyways. And with that cover out of the way, you're closer to the spark plugs as well. There's another rag here. Wipe the oil off again. Hey, it looks pretty good to me. We can now set our cover back on. Being careful not to knock the gasket out. All right. Going to go around and start all these bolts a few turns. Pretty sure we're good. Alright. Just make sure nothing's trapped under your cover here. Pinching a wire or something. I've done it. It's not cool. It sucks. especially when you crack the cover, because it's plastic. I'm just going to kind of work around the corners here. Just kind of a crisscross pattern.